Both sides came to Goldenacre with 2 wins apiece in the RBS Premiership, and it was the home team who struck first, scrum half Graham Wilson landing an early penalty. The reply from Ayr was a swift one. An excellent take at the line-out gave the forwards a chance to set up a driving maul. We see first-rate control here, and the try eventually comes from hooker Fergus Scott. Then it was Heriot's turn to profit from the line-out. George Turner's throw beat everyone, except for centre Cammy Ferguson, who picked up the loose ball, stepped through a hole in the Ayr defence, and bolted for the line. Wilson added the 2 points. Ayr enjoyed a lot of possession in the first half and threatened the home line on a number of occasions, but Heriot's coach Phil Smith will have been delighted with the way his team defended. The teams went in at half-time with Heriot's leading Ayr by 10-5. Into the second half, and the home side went close, with Keith Buchan's chip ahead causing problems for the Ayr cover. Ayr centre Dean Kelbrick had been yellow carded earlier in the game, and another was to follow for the visitors. Heriot secured a turnover in midfield. The ball made its way to winger James Fleming, but he was taken out after chipping ahead. Craig Gossman got the yellow card. Graham Wilson slotted the resultant penalty to make it 13-5 to Heriot's. Ayr were now spurred into action. They pressed on the home line. Jerry Yanuyana Tawa cleared from the back of the ruck. Dean Kelbrick made the initial dart at the defence, and Kerr Gossman evaded some ineffectual tackling to touchdown under the posts. The conversion made it a 1-point game, and the crowd at Goldenacre were set for a cracking finish. Heriot's then secured some breathing space. Good set-up work in the midfield, so the ball moved left. Ferguson found a small gap, gave a great offload to lock Murray Douglas. Douglas's looping pass saw Fleming skip in for the try. Wilson converted to maintain his 100% kicking record and make it 20-12, which meant that the visitors needed 2 scores. Coach Peter Lavery's men managed to get themselves back into a good position, threatening the Heriot's try line. Finn Russell's well-measured grubber was gathered by Robbie Ferguson for the try. Russell's conversion was good, and Heriot's led again by a point at 2019. Despite a brave effort, Ayr fell short, and Heriot secured their 3rd victory of the season in what was an entertaining game. Graham, congratulations on the win, 2019 against Ayr. A pretty tough game. Your thoughts on it?
Absolutely delighted to get the win. Obviously Ayr champions last season, and they're a team that we've struggled to beat over the past few seasons. We mentioned that at the start of the season, Gala and Ayr were the 2 from last year that we lost to both times, so we're really keen to put together a performance, get the result, and just pretty delighted to get that today.
You seem to have got a bit of momentum together now, and also your starts seem to be better than they were, shall we say, right at the start of the league campaign.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we had a bit of a tough one down at the Greenyards first game, and then a bit of a shocker first half at Gala here, which we managed to come back from. and getting that win just gave us so much belief. We've built on that last week at Bridgeshaw and then again today, so we're keen to take that forward in the next few weeks and see if we can put together a wee run.
The yellow cards today, do you think they had a significant bearing on the game?
Well, they certainly helped from our point of view, even psychologically, just knowing they were down to 14. I didn't really sort of see too much what they were for, but yeah, definitely it makes a difference, and you sort of try and build everyone up to try and get a real push in those 10 minutes so they're down to 14.
In terms of your goal kicking, you'd be pretty happy with that, especially the pressure conversion at the end, which ultimately proved the match winner.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing a bit of work in my kicking and training, and I'm striking quite well this season, and perfect conditions for it today, so I was pretty happy to get that one at the end, yeah.
Next week, on the road, thoughts about that?
Away to Curry, I think it is, which again, it's not an easy place to go, but the 3 wins the last 3 weeks, we've got a lot of belief, and we'll get a big week of training and go down there with confidence.
Peter, you said in the lead up to the game that Heriots would look to produce something special against you here, and I guess so it transpired.
Yeah, I think the main thing today was they worked very hard at the breakdown, and I was disappointed with how we performed at the breakdown. When we picked up the tempo of the game and actually worked harder at it, you saw flashes of it in the second half. They found it very difficult to live with it, but I can't take anything away from them. They put the effort in and got the just desserts. I think they deserve to win overall.
The loss of Colin White early on and the 2 yellow cards clearly didn't help your rhythm either.
No, I said to the boys at the end there, once again, discipline let us down. I don't know what the first yellow card was for because I was standing up the far end there, so I'll have a look at it in the video. Second yellow card obviously was a straight yellow card, no question. And that's a discipline thing which we have to talk about, and we will do on Tuesday night, about how we resolve that, because we can't afford to have those are dear mistakes. Colin White's a big loss. He's leaving today anyway. He's heading off to Italy to a new job working with youth work, I think, in the community. So he will be a loss because he's a big solid ball carrier as well as an experienced player. So no, it doesn't help. I don't think that's the reason we lost the game, though. I think we could have done much better, and it's well done to Heriots, but we've got to look at ourselves.
Given the fact that you've bounced back already this season, from the Maoros defeat at home, and when we saw a much more clinical performance against Curry, I guess that's what you'll be asking in training next week, that the guys regroup very quickly.
We'll be focusing on all those things again on Tuesday night at our video session before we go out training, and I fully expect them to respond with a good performance next week, definitely.
From a neutral perspective, the Premiership continues to produce exciting games, close finishes. I know it's difficult in the immediate aftermath of your own team losing, but wearing your other hat, the competition does seem to be providing plenty of excitement again.
Yeah, I think all the clubs in the Premiership are committed to playing a good brand of rugby, have a decent match day experience for the supporters, and that's really important. It's also critical that we keep up our close relationship with the pro teams. A lot of players released again from both Warriors and Edinburgh this year. So it adds to the game. I think it's good for the supporters to see the pro players out playing with the clubs on a Saturday if they're not featuring for Edinburgh or Warriors. So yeah, I hope it is a good standard competition. If we're going to have close ones, though, I'd rather we were on the fortunate side of it than losing by a point.